Next is John Mark EO, Red Notes, Blocker NG. John Mark, physical or online? John Mark is physically here. So John Mark, your time starts now.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity to make this presentation. Nollywood. The Nigerian movie industry employs over 1 million Nigerians, and then it generates over 500 million US dollars. Every year, that's the amount of money we expect within the industry. But with this amount, only 1% of people involved in the industry have been able to benefit from the money that comes through. Not because the money is not there, but because there are some certain problems on ground that have made it difficult for one to access it. Even the 1% who are able to access within the 500 million US dollars, they risk a lot for them to be able to benefit from it. Some take risks, some put a lot, some have high stakes. They put high stakes for them to be able to benefit from this. So what's the problem? Next slide. The problem is lack of accountability, lack of accessibility, and lack of transparency, which is one of the major challenges that every filmmaker or every person involved in the Nigerian movie industry face. I say this because I am also a filmmaker and an audiovisual consultant. Finishing from film school, wanting to break out into the movie industry, we were all faced with this problem. I was faced with this problem, and 8 years ago, I made a decision that, okay, I will withdraw from the scenes and then see how to solve this problem. Then I will bring my career back. So what's the solution? Blocker is a solution. What's Blocker? Next slide. Blocker is a professional stroke financial app that we created to provide accountability, accessibility, and financial transactions to everyone involved in the movie industry. Next slide. Our ask. We're asking for 100 million naira investment to be able to launch Blocker and host it into the market space. We have created the app already. We have secured it. 3-4 months ago, my partner, who is also a co-owner to this app, he is the programmer, has been contacted twice to sell the source code of this app. But we turned down the offer because we didn't just create something which we could just throw out there and say, we created something which could grow to a certain level and be of beneficiary to everyone. And not because we cannot control it or not because we can't take those offers, but what we actually want is partnership and investment to grow this thing together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Would now confirm we have a question right here.
Thank you. I need clarification as a filmmaker and also as somebody in marketing and distribution. Could you explain to me how the app works?
Okay, the app, just like I said, is a professional app and also a financial app that grants access between professionals within the industry. Now, with the Blocker app, you'll be able to access investors, you'll be able to access executive producers, and you'll be able to receive funds and payment, both as a producer or as an actor, as a costumier, as a director. You'll be able to receive financial payment, and you'll be able to fund a project with this same app. So every financial transaction you want to do for your movie or your project, you can use this app to do it, and it will grant you accountability.
How do you access the investors from the app? Do you have a database of investors? I just want to have an understanding.
Okay, yeah, we have a database. We've been making contact with a lot of investors, and we've been making contact with a lot of executive producers. Because one of the challenges when I started working on this, we realized I was in school. I schooled in PEFT in Lagos. while we were in school, we had a debate about assessing the 4 billion naira the federal government gave to Nollywood. We had a debate. That was when this whole stuff started. And we looked deeply, how could this money move around? There was no, and we also had an issue where 2 Koreans came with over $500 million to invest in Nollywood. But they couldn't show them Nollywood. Like, they couldn't see something that they could put their money in, and they left with the money. So we debated about it, and the result from the debate is where I came up with this. So I've been making contact with people, and as a matter of fact, the first focal point for that Blocker is facing is investors, people who have the money, who want to invest in Nollywood, but they are skeptical about the accountability and transparency. So we just tell them that, oh, look at this, you can put your funds here, you can do disbursement here, you can fund this project through here, and you will know where your money is going to exactly.
I have a question for you, please.
Okay.
I want to find out whether you are in touch with the Nigerian Film Corporation on your project, because when you are doing things like this, it's good to have government backing. It gives it some credibility. If you can partner with the Nigerian Film Corporation, I'm sure you will make a better headway concerning this.
Yes, is part of the process that we're looking at, and it's something we want to do. I've not made contact yet, but we're planning to do that. But we've made contact with all the guilds, all the movie guilds, the actors guild, the directors guild, because for you to be able to use the Blocker app, you must meet the requirements by this gate. So if you want to receive payment as an actor, you must belong to the Actors Guild of Nigeria. If you want to receive payment as a director, you must belong to the Directors Guild of Nigeria. You must meet all their requirements before you be able to receive financial transactions from the app.
I also want to comment on your observation about accountability and transparency in the industry. And I think one of the issues that's bedeviling the industry is a lack of appropriate data. Yeah. And the Nigerian Film Corporation is currently working with the Bureau of Statistics to get this done. And I believe the moment that is done, a lot of things will straighten out. And then secondly, I want to draw the attention of this House to the fact that we are a bit handicapped as a corporation because of the enabling law. We are still running with an act that dates back to over 40 years ago, that has not incorporated the realities of the film industry as it operates right now. I'm sure nobody envisaged that we'll get to where we are when that act came into being. And it's still before the National Assembly. I'm sure the moment a new act comes into law and different policies are in place concerning the film industry, a lot of your complaints about accountability, lack of transparency, and all that will be taken care of appropriately by the Nigerian Film Corporation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Online, we have interventionists. Barrister Bob Olukoya, Esquire. Barrister Bob Olukoya, are you online? You have something to say? Okay, we have a question physically here, but let me confirm. If you can confirm that Barrister Bob Olukoya is online, we'll be taking him next.
I am online.
Okay, you are. Okay, just get ready, sir. We'll take you very shortly. I'll take this question physically here. Microphone, please. Microphone. Can we have the microphone? Microphone, please. Quickly, quickly. Microphone down there. And just after that question, we'll take Mr. Bob Olukoya down there. Come this way, gentlemen. This way, so you'll be faster. He's just up there.
Thank you so much. Standing on existing protocols, Uzo here again. Nice project. I don't know if I'm clear, but it feels also like you want to crowdfund movie productions. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But what I want to go to, I don't know, it may sound like a comment or a question. You answer that. There's a lot, first of all, there's a lot of work to be done around the market. Understanding, before you go into a production, you need to know where it's going to. So what screen is it going to? What kind of, what's the market? And those markets, if you understand the markets that you're selling to the investors, then issues around standardization can also help. So sometimes the markets determine standards what kind of qualities they need to see. So I think you should work very well on that. Then secondly, it's a very risky sector. It's a very risky sector to invest in. And this, I don't know how you intend to de-risk that. There may be multiple ways to get money up front, but I don't know how you intend to de-risk that. It's also something I think you should think about, because you could put in your whole 100 million naira and it disappears, even in America. And then you can put in 1 naira and it becomes a billion. It's a very risky sector, very rewarding, but I think you also should think around that.
Oh.
In addition to that, a question online for you says from Sahid Adeleye, what exactly is the immediate use of the needed fund?
Okay. I think the answer I wanted to give to him will also link to the person online. It's not crowdfunding. I'm not seeking for, the whole project is not crowdfunding. And for security, just like I said, the app, we're using this app to fund projects. We want to see the fact that for every production, you do your spending through the system. Like, we have a 3-card structure. We have a card. The first card, we'll call it a plus card. We'll have a slate card, and then we'll have a sports card. Each of these cards has different functions and different abilities. It gives you access to do different kind of financial transactions. So with this card, you'll be able to get security for your money. Like, once you buy this card, it's not like you're taking your money. It's not like you're putting money here and then it's going. You, at your will use this card to channel your money to wherever you want it to be with the approval of the producer, who also has one of those cards he's operating financially with. So with that, security is able to be granted. So if you are funding, if you're bringing 2 million in, let's say your movie is 4 million naira, that's your budget. You are the executive producer, you have a producer, and the producer has a crew. And then, as an executive producer, the producer enlists the people who are due for payment, their projects and everything. Those people on the crew also have a card. Their card is what I call plus card. The card for the producer is what I call slate card. And then, the card for the executive producer is a plus card, the card for the producer is slate card, and then the card for the crew is sports card. So this is divided along 3. So everybody owns this card. The executive producer waits for the approval from the producer that this person is due for payment, this person is due for payment, and then he makes the payment directly from there, and then everything is solved. And then, okay, for the question online, what we intend to do with the funding we're asking immediately, we want to launch into this market space, funding about 30 producers with the Blocker app. So each of these producers, will put them on a stake. Okay, we're giving you 5 million. We've done a survey of the market. We've talked to Iroko. We've talked to Showmax. Okay, we'll have this content. We're bringing it into the market. So each of these producers now, we're budgeting that, okay, I'm going to fund your movie. What's your budget? Make your budget within 2 million to 5 million. So with these 30 producers now, the 100 million now, we'll use it to fund these 30 producers through the Blocker app. Bring your crew, bring your people, get them on this app, we'll get this money through you, get the job done, give us the content, and we'll take it to the market. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that brilliant presentation. We look forward to working with you at the Nigerian Film Corporation on this. And I believe in the absence of any other question, we've clinically come to the end of this session.
Madam Moderator, sorry, we have a question, although it came in late, for the previous speaker. That's for Oji. It says, Mr. Oji, if you're still online, are there any tailors that can sew winter clothing? Mr. Oji, are you still online? Mr. Oji of Native Clothing, are you still online? Well, not sure if he's still there. That's why you should wait till the very end. So, Madam Moderator, it's just back to you.
Thank you so much. We've clinically come to the end of this session.
We have an interventionist, and that's Barrister Bob Olukoya. He's online, I'm sure.
Online, okay.
Yes, Barrister Bob Olukoya. It's all yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. We'll be glad to see you.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'll stand on existing protocols. My name is Bob Olukoya Esquire. I am currently a doctoral researcher, Institute of Sport Business, Loughborough University in London. And today, we're here to talk about sport. And I want to thank Dr. Badewa and Dr. Kachi for inviting me and making sure I have a say today. We want to talk about sport. You will recall that 3 weeks ago, the Nigerian government declared sport as business, no longer a recreational endeavor. And as a result, the Nigerian sports sector is expected to generate up to 10 million jobs, to create up to 10 million jobs in the next decade, and also contribute that is huge. Those are great ambitions, but they are achievable. Do you know why they are achievable? Everyone in that room today, in that conference center today, has a role to play. Why? Because sport is multidisciplinary. You know, sport is not just for sports people. And I'll tell you why. Okay? There is sports medicine, okay, that takes care of the health sector, health professionals. So we need health professionals in sport. We have sport equipment and sport products. So we need the manufacturing sector to come on board with us. We have the sport training. We need education. Knowledge. We have sport events, which means we need event manager. We need people who can control crowd. We need the security sector. We have sports therapists, or we need sport therapists. Sports finance. We need bankers. We need people in the financial sector to make it happen. We have sports tourism. We need people in travels and tours section. We need people from the aviation industry. We have sports media. We have sports tech. We have sports marketing. We have nutritionists. So you can see all the discipline. Everyone has a role to play. Unfortunately, I would say this conference came slightly too early since the declaration of sport as business. So there really isn't going to be much pitching. However, for the next edition, the 6th edition of this seminar or conference, of course, there are going to be loads and loads of pitching because there are so many sectors. I remember the last edition, we did pitch about manufacturing balls in Nigeria. Do you know that we import all the balls? Football, basketball, volleyball, tennis balls, lawn tennis balls, table tennis balls, everything we import. We do not make any in Nigeria. That cannot continue. That is not sports business. Shipping in containers from abroad with sports stuff in them isn't sport business at all. That is not sport business. Then we go to the management side, the athlete side, how to manage athletes. And that is where, you know, this becomes very important and very serious, okay? Government of Nigeria, through the Nigeria Sport Industry Policy, has given us a blank canvas, okay, to do as we wish. We need to do it properly. So we need sports education. So you're not just going to come and say, oh, I want to manage that talent. What skills, what educational skills have you got? What innate skills? Have you developed the skill to manage a talent? Okay? So we need to do these things properly so that we can become what we should be in sport. We have the population, we have the numbers, we have the economy as well. So I think sport has the capacity to be next to oil in Nigeria. Because all these sectors that I've mentioned to you, jobs are going to be created around these sectors. Okay, I know the day is long gone. Sport is normally on the back pages, so I'm sure people are a bit tired now. But I'm going to just pause there and ask for feedbacks from the audience. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Olukoya, for that intervention. Indeed, investment opportunities abound in the sports and entertainment industry that we are yet to explore. It is said that nothing is glorious until somebody is serious. We need to get serious in business. Thank you very much. Do we have any questions for Mr. Olukoya?
Any questions for Mr. Olukoya physically here? And if you have any online, please let us know. Okay, not seeing any.
Any online?
None.
Okay. I believe with that we've come to the end of this session, Mr. MC.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
A round of applause for Mrs. Juliet Archibong, AD Public Affairs, Nigerian Film Corporation. Please do give her a round of applause again. Thank you. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with this we come to the end of a long day it's been today, and very sincere apologies once again. We had to run this through some extra time because we started 2 hours late. Tomorrow we'll be starting at exactly 9 a.m. This is an advisory that we should all be here early enough. We'll start at exactly 9 a.m. and tomorrow we have a lot of dignitaries who will be here. We also hope to have all the focal point officers, state focal point officers here with us tomorrow. We'll be announcing their names as they join us tomorrow. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, also please be aware that we will have opportunities tomorrow for questions, and there will be answers given, and you would also gain a lot from the remarks that will be coming from dignitaries from various parts of the world tomorrow. Our keynote speaker will also be on hand to take us up to a whole new level. With this, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the session today, and I'm going to be inviting Barrister Kachi for vote of thanks. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
You're welcome. Thank you. Once again, I stand on existing protocol. It's just a big privilege to say a formal thank you to all of you for a very productive day one. It usually isn't this busy on our first day, but as you are aware, we have other events and activities going on in the country at a very high level that have had an impact on the day and the running order of the day. So that was partly why we experienced some delay at the beginning. May I start by restating our apologies for the delay in the start. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank the Chairman, Chief Executive, Nigerian Diaspora Commission, here represented by the Secretary to the Commission, and also one of us, a man for whom the diaspora is in his heartbeat. We all have our personal connections with him. A lot of us came back to Nigeria either because of his prompting or with the benefit of his experienced and caring support. Engineer Dr. Sulebasi, Uncle B to all of us, I thank you very much. I thank our I thank our keynote speaker, Dr. Brooks, our brother, from the other mother, who came all the way, long flight from America to be with us. And it was good to see you. We are so grateful. We're indebted to you. And the partnership that was established that has brought you here, we are hoping that by the time you leave, your resolve to do even more for Africa will be further strengthened. Thank you so much. Our partners, our sponsors, Zenith Bank, who have been with us in the past, who were here with us last year, we thank you for your support, and we hope that this summit will deliver even more for you and for the partnership that we have kindled. I also pay tribute to the government of Ondo State, who were here last year and surprised all of us, who, particularly those of us who live abroad. We had no idea that that chocolate that beats international standards were made in Nigeria. Ondo State Investment Promotion Agency brought that to our attention, and they shook the house with it. And so this year, their governor said, we are going to do even better. And they've started. Thank you so much. And members of the organizing committee, my friends, my brothers, I thank you all. It's good to see all that hard work. As I said earlier, you saw the pitches, you saw the young people, so many young Nigerians full of spirit, full of vim, full of ambition. And we helped. We provided coaching, mentoring, and today you have seen what they've been able to present to you, and we ask you to continue in whatever way to share their message and to support them. I thank you all for the work you've put in. And not discounting the staff of our venue, the State House. This is a partnership. We're in our 5th year. We've rocked it, and today, with each event, we get better. But we learn, and the relationship, hopefully, will continue. Our MC and all the other officials, our MC has been a lover and a friend of the diaspora community from his days at Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria. He's been faithful to anything to do with the diaspora. He's hosted nearly every one of us on his programs on radio, and he remains with us, rock solid. My brother, thank you so much. And so, not to miss out anybody, but to keep an eye on the time. Tomorrow, hopefully, it's a bigger day. And for you to be able to enjoy tomorrow to the max, I need to be able to release you early tonight. Thank you for being here. God bless you as you return, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We rise for the national anthem. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. It's about 6:30, and wish everyone journey mercies back to wherever you're going. Do remember, we begin tomorrow 9 a.m. prompt. 9 a.m. Nigerian time, not African time. 9 a.m.